Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to Slay the Princess. It's time to go back into it once more, but this time, we don't really know where we're supposed to go. I tried the whole killing thing, and then I tried the whole not killing thing. Why is that? Shut up, me. Why am I so loud? Ha! Hey-ah! What is that resonance? You hear that? Whoa! I don't know what's doing that. It might be all the, empty cans I have off here. I don't know. Ha! Ha! It's definitely vibrating. It might be this. Ah! Oh! Ah! The frick? Yeah! Okay, alright, found it. Anyway, not the point. Alright, so I've got another way that we could do this. I'm going to the cabin.
You make your way up a short path.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Is it going to be any different in here?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely...
It's exactly the same.
...is a plain wooden table. Perched...
Boring. I'm going into the basement. I'm here to save you!
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
I don't know. How many times?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Yep, that's me, baby.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay, well, maybe you don't want to see the full face of me. I'm not 100% sure if I'm not full bird or something like that.
You walk down the stairs
Hello!
and lock eyes with the princess.
Hi.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Oh,
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Why is the end capitalized? Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Only making this more difficult.
Am I? What difficult? What is difficult? What's the difficulty?
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome.
You're making a huge mistake.
Well, you don't know that.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Then how's she gonna escape? How is this
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Well, what's behind your ear?
Maybe somewhere upstairs.
Oh, that's a good point.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains.
You wanna see a cool trick, princess? Yeah! Maybe I could find the resonance pitch of the shackles and get them to explode. Cover your eyes. If there ain't no key, got any other ideas? How about we chop your arm off? Now that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs. I know there's a knife.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Thanks, don't need it.
You
I got a
attempt to
knife.
make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Interesting. Okay.
Is someone else here?
I should try the door. We don't know if it's locked.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
All right, apparently it's locked. Okay. All right. Hey! Yeah!
Your
Let me
shouts and
out of
pleas are
here!
met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay. All right.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, maybe that's another thing I could do in a
Easier
possible
for who?
different adventure, but yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
It seems pretty clean to me.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Wow.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
suck if you were.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from
I was about
upstairs.
to say,
You're not
good thing you're not trapped here down with someone crazy.
It's
or cringe.
Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah, absolutely.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Go on. I'm gonna save the princess.
Fine.
I know the name of the game.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
I sure do.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I feel like it should have taken more effort.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains fall.
You gonna eat that?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. She's tough.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours,
Aye.
blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Rhythmically, huh?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's free.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do that. All right.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
My willpower is too strong.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I can't do it if I'm not looking. Peekaboo. Oh! Ah, there you are.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Listen, I may be a bird.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
So you're some kind of supernatural being that's able to do this? My willpower!
The blade. Move the blade.
Oh, I'll move it all right.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
We know each other so well.
Nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Bah! Okay, all right.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
You missed!
Stay
Lady!
strong. We can
You
tough it out
missed.
until it's done. For her
That's
sake.
a little
For her
left.
sake.
My left.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Right there. Wait, no, the camera's
Whatever.
flipped.
She
The other
sinks
way.
the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its
Ouch.
way into your body.
Ow!
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You missed. It's over there.
She doesn't
Whoa!
know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Ah, good. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
All right. It's all good.
One last thrust of the knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
It's all good.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything
Bye-bye.
goes dark, and you die.
Oh! The damsel. Well, that's interesting.
You're on a path in the woods.
Wait a minute.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
What?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard! Let's just go to the cabin. Or I could turn around and leave. That is an option here. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Just yet. Let's go to the cabin. Let's see what's up with the damsel.
A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie. She will cheat.
I know.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Oh?
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain.
Yes.
He made our beloved brutally take our life last time.
Yes.
He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
You got it.
I do. But I also speak from the heart.
My many
passions
holed
are too
heart.
great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Gushing through all the wounds.
Your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I'm going up to the cabin. Is there a mirror up there? The one that I can stare deeply into? Concern myself with my own visage.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant.
Wow.
Its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
Now that is nice.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner.
That's true.
The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Do we really got to go through this
The
again?
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Uh-huh, okay. Well, what about the mirror? I'm going to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Uh-huh.
It's a wall.
Yeah.
There isn't much to see here.
Yeah. Wipe.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But
Okay.
there was a mirror, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know.
Feather.
We can't
Feather.
gallantly sweep her off her
Feather.
feet if we have a feather out of
Feather.
place.
Feather. 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 We're a bird. We are definitely a bird. Why are we a bird? Why am I a bird? I'm going in the basement. Hello?
The door
I'm
to the
back.
basement creaks open,
Yes.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Who maintains those?
The basement almost seems welcoming in
Oh.
the dim firelight.
Well,
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
that's not a good reason to kill anybody. I don't know if I've
Soft
ever mentioned
voice
that.
carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh. Tea
voice.
time! Oh.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
We?
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Her many, many charms.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Wow.
binding her to the far wall.
Excuse me, I'm drooling.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
No.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I've got a
Your spirit's plenty loud,
profound
all right.
spirit, princess.
It's you.
Yes.
My dashing hero.
That's me.
I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Worry not!
You hear that?
I'm here.
She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Not me, though. I'm
Waiting
too
you
strong
to
for
come
that.
Back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Oh, wow, you're so
That's
clever.
right, villain. And you killed us.
Yes. Well,
Well,
actually, the princess did.
She killed us.
Yeah, that's true.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
Yes.
Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Yes, the purity of our blood is all that was
An
staining
entire
him.
world has been damned to oblivion.
Nah.
I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Eh.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe.
Yes.
But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet.
Yes,
and
we have.
treat her like the lady she is.
Yes, she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue?
Look at that smile!
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
I completely
Are you
agree.
listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
My darling princess, I'm so terribly sorry about what happened last time. The narrator, bastard, who sent me here to kill you, bastard, took over my body. It was extremely unfair. The only one that can take over my body is your royal majesty. Anyway.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
Yeah. No.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You understand me so well, my darling.
She took that
My bow.
to a
My
surprising extent.
B-E-A-U.
An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Yes.
Do you
I
think
love your
she
bracelet.
has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh! I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh, my darling.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are?
The daintiest?
We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Oh, no harm.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Might be able to.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yes, you are. You're very
Didn't care
weird.
last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Yes, that is
You're
her.
right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
Ah.
So go ahead and slay her.
I've found out all I need to know.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess...
Watch me!
What? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Oh.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Well, where
wouldn't.
Where?
I would.
Ooh.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Huh. The daintiest!
Approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
How do you feel about
Can't
birds?
believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Yes.
I'm free.
Yes.
And you're not trying to kill me this time.
No.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Well, that wouldn't be very heroic.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yes.
What do we do now?
Oh, marriage? Huh? What? We have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. next.
Sounds perfect.
Me.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire
Don't mind the
world
talons.
slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Okay.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually.
No.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh.
Yeah.
Look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Huh.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
I wouldn't be so sure about that one. We're so dainty we'll slip right
Oh,
through
no.
those
Did
bars.
someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yes.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Wow. I believe you.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
We've got girthier passions than you could
You
even
listening to
possibly
this? You
imagine.
don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I might. I think I've got this. Hiya!
Okay. Yeah, you've got this.
I've got this. Watch this.
You place your hand on the door.
Love!
And
Love!
the lock clicks. And the door
Why did that work?
open. Are you kidding me?
Huh.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one.
Yes.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Well, no. Well, you know, here's a fun save spot. That's fun. No!
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
It's kind of fair play, don't you think?
Hate you.
I don't hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Just like we wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
Yay.
and then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What
Yay.
should we do now?
I don't know. We'll go see a
Where
movie.
did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
It's just because you're barely wearing anything at all and we're outside.
All and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Wait, feathers again. How bird are we? Oh! Oh, well, that was relatively straightforward. Huh. But you don't get a chance to make that jacket. There were coats this whole time.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get
It feels so
scared.
bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It sure is.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while?
No. I'll see you on the other side. Be alright.
If you say so.
Ka-chow.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
She sure will. How am I doing? Hey, handsome. Ooh! Oh, that... You've withered? Oh, that does... Oh, wait a minute. That's... Wait. Why... Last time it said I grew. I withered? I withered? Me? Withering? I wouldn't ever wither. Why would I wither?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Good. That sounds good. All right. Can't be a good. That's a bold claim. Do you know what happens with the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Okay. All right.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. Why am I a bird? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Good point. All right, what do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
All right, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Later. Okay. Always very sudden. It's almost like the shattering is like the shattering of a mirror.
You're on a path.
Yeah. All right. That's
the spirit.
That is my spirit. Here we go. I have an idea for something different. All right. I'm going to take the blade.
You take
All right. Here we go.
the door to the basement.
Yep. This is it. All right. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. You
Hello.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Okay, yeah, okay.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I haven't decided yet. Why would you... What? Me? Nah!
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare.
I wouldn't
It's
dare.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
It's not the most becoming, but it's not uncoming of us. Titan.
You ignore the trembling in your hand.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I
You
might
step
be.
forward. Your grip.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So,
She's unarmed.
Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If
hesitating. Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Good point. All right. Okay.
Then I'm not talking to you.
That's a good point. Squint at the
you stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
Oh, a squinter, are
The two
you?
of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
No, not forever.
Squint even harder. So does she.
Oh, man.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're really good at squinting.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Nuh-uh. Fine.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I don't know, it was pretty ceremonious to me.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face,
Hi.
unarmed.
Listen, about the whole knife thing. Sometimes we get a little silly.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Maybe, maybe not, but I don't know.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship, you say? A relationship? Me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, all right. There's people out there, they think you gonna the world. So what do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
I don't know, are you?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Not even a little bit. Wait, yes they have. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I would.
I believe her.
Let's share notes.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Huh, okay.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Trust.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
That's a good point.
That doesn't sound right to me.
No.
And I don't think it sounds right to you either.
Maybe.
Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Good point, good point.
She has a point.
Yeah.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Yeah, it is a little odd.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I would have wanted to hear all of those, yeah, for sure.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
You're right, and pointing that out, I was thinking that
She's
all
right about
along.
one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Okay.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Right.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Well, not yet. Princess, a monarch does not necessarily make. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter how hard you try.
All right, how long? You been...
Too long.
That's a good answer, good answer, good answer. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't,
Go on.
well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh, yeah.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
What about my sharp eyes? Where do they settle?
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Yes,
Right.
we both know what she's suggesting.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Absolutely.
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Whoa!
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for
Yeah,
you to even imagine.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
You're right about that.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Do you have any other ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Okay, good point.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Survival.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Yep, you right.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Okay.
Someone else.
All right, yeah, okay, all right. Hey.
You'll shout, "You're You try to climb up.
All right, okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Yes, I know what you're saying,
Easier
and you've
for
said
whom?
it for
Easier
so many
for
times.
everyone.
Yeah.
I heard the door slam. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Okie
You
dokie.
won't like what happened.
I'm going to... Hold on, hold on. Hold on now.
Against your better judgment,
done this.
The blade is sharp. She didn't so much as free from her binding. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Tough as nails.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okie dokie.
As the princess approaches, wait, this isn't watch me.
Okay, so this is a slightly different version of the other one. I'm gonna warn her.
Stop that.
I
wonder
thought
if
this was a little too easy.
I wonder if it'll still be the smitten.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist, okay.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yes, trying.
I'll make this quick.
Thanks. Do you know the correct way to
She
stab
steps
someone?
forward and pries the blade
Because-
with your rigid hands.
It's right here, the heart. Heart,
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
heart. Right here. Whoa.
Then she slits your throat with an almost clinical force.
The heart is right here.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Well, I could... No, I'm probably dead.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. You're on a path.
Okay, so... I want to see where this
You're
goes.
here.
I'm going to the cabin. Is it still the smitten?
A warn. She will lie. Yes.
Oh,
Don't
skeptic.
believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
You can't really wink if you're
No, I
voice.
didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
I'm not so sure.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
Okay, mirror.
What are you talking?
Wipe it
You
clean,
reach for
and it's a
the-
wall.
now
We've
it's
done that
gone.
before.
If he doesn't want
I'm
us to
gonna
know
take
about
the
it, it
blade
must be
this time.
informed. Good idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Yes.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk
Oh!
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She
Oh!
looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
I don't know if cutting her out of this one is gonna work as well.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That is a little strange.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Huh, interesting. Very interesting. You see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her. Or sit or slay. I'm sitting.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you
Oh.
get too close,
What do you mean?
holding up one shackled hand.
Why?
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Yes, I'm very
That's reasonable.
dangerous.
We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Scooch. I will Maybe I'm very skeptical about this. What if I want it's a power move? Do you respect the do you respect the power? Uh-oh.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Uh-oh.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Well, okay, all right, listen.
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Damn, nice heaving.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Interesting development. I'm dropping it. Was that my neck?
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor.
Wait, that's a little too close to
from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick.
That's closer to her than I thought it would be. That's
Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
fascinating. Well, that'll do you no
That
good.
wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna look away. I'll watch.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Vertebra.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
I got a bad feeling about this,
So that's
bruh.
her play.
Yeah, that's her
Killing
play, alright.
herself?
No.
She isn't dead yet.
Yeah.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Well.
The princess's
man.
eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Uh-huh.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Oh, I love a reward. I love reward.
We should take her with us. What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would I do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
Yeah, I'm not so eager either.
I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Yeah, I'm on team claim my reward. I'm on team reward. I'm not on team take the decapitated head of the princess with me. That's weird. That's weird. And I get some of you are like, oh, no, it makes sense if you're min-maxing this experience, of course. No, that's weird. You're weird for wanting that. I'm out of here.
Fine.
Goodbye.
If we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
That's fair. That's very fair.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse
Uh-huh.
and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
All uphill. Can't wait for that hill.
Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Huh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Door. Check the door.
I better check the door. I got a bad feeling about this.
You open the cabin door,
Uh-oh.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Yeah.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Why do I have a really, really bad feeling about what's in that basement right now?
Like hell it is.
Why do I have a really, really bad feeling about this bullshit?
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win. We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over. He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Uh-huh.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Maybe.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear.
That's all we needed.
Raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
Okay, good.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
We'll see about that, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. The gray. What's the gray?
You're on
What?
path.
In the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
Yeah.
So many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
What are you doing back here?
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay? I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
The hell are you doing here?
He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor.
Okay.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions. You came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time?
That's a good
I'm
point.
afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first, so you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage.
We coulda, yeah.
That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed.
I doubt that.
You say that, but we didn't have to do anything last time. She slew herself.
Yeah.
It was nauseating.
Oh, you're still here. Okay.
Yes. She cut off her head,
She sure did.
and now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
She cut off her head. Her head? Without you doing anything?
Yes, it was very weird.
Yes.
Yes.
Then why, pray tell, are you here?
Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves.
Yeah, we killed ourselves.
Why?
Wow!
Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward.
Man, this actually, the voice of the cold actually
Was it
telling
not?
the truth.
What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We weren't.
Yeah.
We were bored.
Yeah.
You were bored. I was just unhappy.
Yeah.
There were still answers that we needed to find.
Yeah.
It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
Well,
How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us?
that is a good point, yes.
The world doesn't stay saved if you die.
Why?
And if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out.
This is what I was saying when
You
I was
should
like,
go see her.
I really don't like the idea of what's in that basement right now. It's raining. The whole path is different. I can still turn around and leave. That's a good choice. Yeah.
Yes, things are different, aren't they?
Things are very different.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
You said that the first time.
Influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse.
Okay.
Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know?
Yes. No.
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 Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
Yes. What happens if we don't go to the
She'll
cabin?
find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The
yeah.
only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens. We already know he wants us to slay her. Anything he says is tainted by his motivations.
Yes,
Turn around
absolutely.
and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
That would be boring. Yes. All right, we're going for it. Well, let me overwrite this one. Let's do this.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time.
Well,
all right?
she slayed herself again.
What we do is entirely up to
I don't know if
us.
I have anything to do with that.
And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right?
Yes.
You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world.
I don't know if this world is very much worth saving
That's
at the
what
moment.
You say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us.
Fair.
Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world.
Yeah, we should.
Why? Because we should.
Yes.
I don't know.
Moral
Simple.
obligation and all that.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else?
Maybe. If there can be a nothingness, I don't exactly know if we're in the world.
Maybe we are.
Maybe we are.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Okay.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like she isn't even there. See? We killed her. You're
Well, we
right.
didn't.
Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again.
He can't see the mirror.
The mirror that he can't see. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Why isn't there?
Maybe it's gone because she already killed herself with it.
Yes.
But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too?
Why would it have not?
Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again.
Maybe.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the...
Well, there's a mirror. I gotta go to the mirror.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door.
No.
It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yeah.
We should.
Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way.
Yes.
Maybe it won't disappear this time and we'll finally get a good look at ourselves. We should explore every option.
You're right.
Reach
it's
forward
gone.
and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
What kind of things?
No way left to go but down.
Yep, let's go.
The door to the basement groans open.
Hi.
The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation.
Okay.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters.
Great.
There she is again.
Good.
Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Hey! Well, I didn't do that last time.
Don't just tell her you're unarmed. Not that it matters, you receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being upset.
Maybe not.
You aren't helping.
Yeah.
Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
As you descend the final step,
Ew.
the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This
Great.
cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
Yeah.
See? She's dead.
Yep.
She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do?
I don't know.
She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming
Great.
door.
That's good.
You turn to see the shade of the
hi.
princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs.
Hello, that's not terrifying.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Maybe.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table. Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Well, wait, I didn't do
You
anything.
were supposed to take me with you.
You didn't say that.
Didn't I ask you for help?
You didn't say that.
This isn't help.
You didn't say that. I didn't even kill you. You killed yourself.
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound?
Oh no.
The water's rising.
Oh,
isn't it?
that's not good. Okay, well,
It
that's...
is. And it's rising fast.
Why,
Well, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
Well,
Bad, I bet.
yeah, probably.
I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
I'm gonna drown!
Yes, you are.
The water is rising faster now. It's flowing in from some unseen place, and judging by the height of the algae on the stairs, it has no intention of stopping anytime soon.
Uh-huh.
You feel it creeping up your back, so cold that it steals the very warmth from your flesh.
That's what cold
leaving a
does.
smothering numbness in its place.
Uh-huh, yeah, mm-hmm.
Are you really just going to stand there and let yourself die?
Maybe. Can I wave my arms and scream?
Yeah, let's think. Where is it coming from? It's coming from some unseen place.
Uh-huh, very
Does
helpful.
it really matter where it's coming from? Because I can feel it rising. I don't think we have much time to sleuth. Yes, it matters. Maybe we can find a way out. Maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. This is just a puzzle. We can solve it.
Yeah.
Some things aren't puzzles to be solved. Sometimes you're doomed from the start. Most people are.
All right,
Yes,
Mr.
most people are
Pessimism.
doomed. But in case you need reminding, everyone will be doomed forever unless you stop her.
Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just don't let me drown.
If this is how you're choosing to spend your last breaths, I won't stop you. But it won't make any difference.
Please.
The water is up to your
Please.
chin. You lose your footing, bobbing helplessly in the putrid flood pool.
Why's it got to be a putrid flood pool?
Suddenly,
Oh!
the door to the basement is thrown from its hinges as one last massive wave of water comes crashing down, sweeping you up in a powerful current. You're bashed against the stone wall.
Ow, but I'm alive.
You come to a moment later,
I am
suspended in
alive.
darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths.
Hello.
There's no way out. It's so dark and cold, I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy
Oh, no.
wraps around your ankle.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. Wait, I don't like...
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see, or rather, you see her. The body you found floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness.
Well, that's terrible.
Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think, like we should have been doing all along.
Uh-huh.
But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Fantastic.
Your lungs filled with water, the same way mine filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Again, you did that to yourself! You did that to yourself! Oh.
She's gone. And there's
All right. How do I look now? Probably great. Oh. I've unraveled. Oh. Well, that's different. All right. Hey, hi. How you doing? Hey, good to see
There's a
you.
world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet.
Oh, I'm curious to see. Oh. Do you know anything about the
We
real out
are
there?
real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Huh. All right. Thoughts on this
one
vessel?
is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart.
Okay, all right.
Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Interesting, okay. When you send me back I'm not alone, there are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Yeah? Is that so? Oh, this is the last stage? How many more vessels do I need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Oh, no. I don't know if I've done good ones. If this is the last time, is there anything you'd like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Man, I didn't know it'd be the last one. I really wonder what would happen if I would have taken the head at that point. Now I really want to go take the head, but if that's going to be the last one, would that just be the same thing? I don't know.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Fascinating.
I will be here, waiting
Goodbye.
for you.
All right. So that was a long one, but I'm gonna end that there. Even though it says the end might be the end, even though the end might be said to be the end here, I'm not 100% sure about that. There's more to this than meets the eye, and I want to meet that eye to eye. But I have to I really want to know what happens if you would have taken the head. That was so interesting. I thought in that moment it would be, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I, haha. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!